Assalamualaikum class. Today I am going to give you a lecture on New Oxford Level 5 Science. Okay, can you open the book please? Our first chapter is the brain and the nerves. Okay, in this chapter you will be able to learn about the brain, nerves, and sense organs in the nervous systems. Okay, the nervous system how controls your movements, then the main parts, etc. Okay, so let's talk about the brain and the nerves. Okay, see students, they have given you an example that you open a book and begin to read. You see a bus coming away your way, and you know how to stop, and you know you must stop. You hear some music and recognize. Means you people are doing such activities using your organs. So how your eyes see and how your ears can tell the difference between the sounds of a human sound and that of car. So for this a proper mechanism is involved. Okay, and that is just because of your nervous system. Okay, that how your nervous system detects the world around us. Okay, what does it look like? Okay, it look like a large pinkish gray walnut. What actually they are talking about? They are talking about your brain. Okay, this is your brain, but it's a pinkish gray walnut, but it's much bigger than a walnut. Means its size is a bit larger than a walnut. How does it feel like? It feels soft and squishy and has many folds and creases. Means it has foldings. It has internal foldings. See over here, internal foldings. See, it's internal foldings. That's why they are. And creases mean that it's not uniform. See, it's creases over here. Okay, see, our brain, the human brain is the control center of the body. Means it's controlling your whole body. Okay, it consists of, or it controls all the activities. Means its function is it is controlling your all the activities. Okay, it is located inside the heart. Its location is in your heart, in your head, at the top of the spinal cord. Spinal cord is the area just right above your or below your brain. Okay, and it's protected by a skull. You people have learned in the previous classes what is a skull. Skull is a protective bone in the skeleton that actually gives protection to your brain. Okay, after that the human body is made up of trillion of cells. The cells of the nervous system are called nerve cells or neurons. About 100 billion nerve cells make up the brain. See how much? 100 billion. Okay, all the nerve cells are linked together to control the body activities. Okay, means they are linked. All the nerve cells are linked together to control all the activity, your body activities. Okay, then the brain needs a continuous supply of oxygen. Means why oxygen is very necessary for your brain too. Okay, it requires foods and enough sleep to function properly. How it will be functioning properly? It requires proper amount of food and enough sleep. You have to sleep well so that your brain can perform good action. Okay, do you know the average human brain weighs 1200 to 1400 grams? See how much is your average human weight of a brain? It's 1200 to 1400 grams. See over here, the human brain is divided into these. We are talking about the parts of the brain. The human brain is divided into three main parts. The first one is the cerebrum. The second one is cerebellum, and then medulla, and then brainstem. Okay, which parts? Cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla, and brainstem. Okay, different parts of the brain do different jobs. Okay, the cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Which is the largest part of the brain? The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. It is divided vertically into two halves. Okay, the right half of the cerebrum controls the left side, and the left side controls the right side. It's opposite. It means right side of the cerebrum is controlling your left side, and the left side is controlling your right side. Okay, scientists only discovered this when they find out people who have injured one side of the brain lost control of the opposite. Okay, that's why they are saying that if we have right half of the cerebrum, then it will be controlling left, because they have the scientists have discovered because when someone of the people get injury, so that the affected area usually under examination was the left, the opposite, means if it's right then it would be the opposite, means left portion. Okay, left, for the left it would be right, for the right it would be left. Okay, after that cerebrum, they are talking about the properly atopic cerebrum. Okay, see over here, it's your brain, the upper part. See, it controls your voluntary actions. Voluntary action, what which are not your automatic, which are under your will. Okay, like thinking, feelings, decision making, reading, listening, seeing, and the ability to differentiate between taste and smell, means you can taste, you can tell that it's bitter, it's sour, you can smell it's bad smell, good smell. It's just because of your cerebrum. Okay, it enables you to touch and feel the texture of the thing, that which sort of texture is giving texture, mean appearance. Okay, it also enables you to remember things, that you have a good memory over with it, just with this, I mean with the help of cerebrum. Okay, then after that we have medulla. See over here, it's your medulla or brainstem. Okay, the lowest part of the brain is called brainstem or medulla, means it's the lowest part, so it's called. After that, it controls involuntary action. Involuntary automatic actions such as breathing, digesting, and the breathing of the heart muscles. When the rest of the brain goes to sleep, the medulla keeps remain. It's working constantly. Okay, because it's involuntary actions. Okay, after that we have cerebellum. Okay, cerebellum is below the cerebrum and above the medulla is the middle part. Okay, its function is to control the movement and balance the muscles and joints. It helps you to run, walk, jump, and do many other physical activities in which the muscles are involved. Okay, so it's all about the brain. Further we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.